Hi, I'm Saki, and I'm going to show you how to do some really basic color grading so that you can take really newbie video footage like mine and make it look kind of professional. Small disclaimer, I'm not a professional video editor, but I have been editing a ton of videos for work. So I work as a music teacher, and this semester is all virtual classes, so all the students have been submitting their virtual choir videos, their home videos, to the teachers, and the teachers are compiling them into a collage so that we can post a choir video to YouTube later. Anyway, some of the footage is not quite usable, so I'm going to show you how to fix that in case you're a music teacher or, whatever. Okay, I'm going to turn on OBS so I can do a screen capture and y'all can see what's happening on my laptop. Alright, here we go. So the first thing we're going to do is start up DaVinci Resolve. If you don't already have this software, I highly recommend you download it and try it out. It's free software and it's really powerful. It can do pretty much like all the things that professional video editing software can do, but it's free. So why would you pay money for something that you can get for free? Anyway, okay, so I'm going to start a new Untitled project and Control I to import my student's video. Yes. And I'm going to drag that video to the timeline right here. So let's take a quick look. So this video does not have any scene changes, which makes our job really easy. Okay, so overall the video quality looks usable. It's in focus. The audio quality is fine. So let's go ahead and do some color grading. We're going to go to the color tab right here, and the most of what I'm going to do is going to be right here in the middle. I'm going to use the curves first. So the most obvious problem with this video is that the foreground is really dark. Like, we cannot see her face, but we can see the Christmas lights in the background. So the most obvious thing to do would be to just drag this curve all the way up and brighten the whole thing. And so yeah, now we can see her, but unfortunately I have completely destroyed the mood lighting. You cannot see the Christmas lights anymore, so I'm going to undo that. And what I'm going to do is try to make it so that we can bring up the foreground without doing anything to the Christmas lights in the background. So first thing is select this little magic wand highlight tool, and I'm going to go into qualifier right here, and this little eyedrop tool is going to select what we want. It's going to make a qualifier. It's going to select criteria for our selection. So make sure you have picker selected and just click and drag, and I guess I'll select all these little white dots here. And basically that's going to tell the software what you're interested in manipulating. So if we just left it like that, then when I go back into curves and mess with it, you can see it's changing the color. Oh wait, here I'm going to turn off the highlight tool, highlight view, and you can see it's changing the color of only the foreground. Unfortunately, it's really obvious where that line is. So I'm going to go back into the qualifier. What I'm going to do is denoise it right here. See how that blurred out the edge? It looks a lot better now. I'm going to zoom in on that so you can see. Denoise, no denoise. It's super pixely, and then that's a lot better. So this looks okay. The main problem I have with it is that the window frame right here is selected, and it really shouldn't be. So what I might do is go here and click on the eyedropper with the subtraction sign, minus sign, and try to subtract this from the selection. Unfortunately, that also deselects a whole bunch of other stuff like her face, and let me undo that. We do not want that. For a case like this, what I might do is go in there and manually draw a mask around things that we want included in the selection and things that we don't want. So, oh, sorry, going crazy with the little zoomy tool here. Just trying to get this centered. Okay, So what we're going to do is get rid of this qualifier. I'm just going to hit undo a bunch of times. Okay, we have gotten rid of the qualifier. Instead, what we're going to do is make a mask. So right here, a window. Well, anyway, we're going to make a mask in the window tab. I'm going to use a curve, which is draw your own mask, basically. And I'm going to just kind of cookie cutter her out of, let's see, should I include? I'm going to include part of the window frame right here, like so. Okay, so if I click the highlight tool, you'll see exactly what I cut out. And let's go ahead and see what happens when we alter the brightness. Oh, turn off the highlight tool. So that looks pretty good, except for this part right here. So what is going on right there? Oh, I think I still have the qualifier on. Oh, okay, that's the problem. Yeah, so what we can do, I thought I hit undo enough times to get rid of the qualifier, but actually, while we have this up, I can demonstrate what this does. So I'm going to do the addition sign eyedropper, and click this to include it in our mask. Ta-da! Alright, so yeah, that looks pretty good. One thing though is that edge is really hard. It looks like I just photoshopped her in there. So what we're going to do is go back to the mask and increase the softness. Let me show you what that looks like up close. Zoom in here. If we increase the softness, it blurs the edges again. It's kind of like that denoise function in the qualifier tab. So you can also control the inside fade as well as the outside fade. Ooh. Okay, anyway, I'm going to leave both of those at 0 and just have the softness turned up. And let's go ahead and throw back in the background. And yeah, that looks pretty good. Maybe I guess if I were to spend a little bit more time on this, I might actually cut out the window frame and try to include only the window curtain, because the white frame looks a little bit phony, but for now I'm just going to leave it in there. Yeah, so let's see. Let's find a nice brightness. I say that looks pretty decent. And the one thing is, I would say that it looks a little bit artificially saturated, so I'm going to turn down the saturation and try to give her kind of a more natural skin tone. So maybe around there. That looks decent. Anyway, let's see if, oops, undo. I don't know what I just did. What did I click? I'm altering the blue curve. I do not want to do that. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, okay, so, oh, one last thing. If you want to toggle between, sorry, this white frame is really bothering me. I'm going to turn up the inner radius so that we don't include all that. How does that look? Looks a little bit better. I'm going to fix that later. But anyway, the thing I wanted to show you is right here. Click the second icon. What is this? Split screen. Click the split screen icon. And what that's going to let you do is go over here and select versions and original. And then you can see both of them. And I'm going to do Control F to full screen it. And you can see what a difference their color grading makes. So yeah, before it was pretty much unusable footage, and now this is usable. Well, I need to go fix that little white halo, but it's mostly usable. So yeah, that's basic color grading. So I hope you found that useful. So yeah, that's basic color grading. I hope you found that useful. For more entertaining and less useful tutorials, subscribe to my channel.